All right, so The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered has been out for a bit now, and Naughty Dog is actually giving us some updates for this game and letting us know what's to come in the future. I didn't know if they would be doing this. To be honest, that when I first got the game, I assumed that what we got is what we had and that there wouldn't really be anything added on to it, because for most Naughty Dog games, that's always been the case. I mean, when they remastered the first Last of Us, they added some maps to factions. But other than that, they've really never done anything like this. And so I wanted to dive into this update with you guys and share my thoughts. And so without further ado, let's dive into this thing. So the first major thing in this update is about the Grounded 2 documentary. If you don't know what that is, essentially for the first game, they made this huge documentary that covered the making of the first game, and PlayStation has done this a few times. Like they did it for God of War, where they did their Raising Kratos documentary, which was really great. And initially people were really excited for Grounded 2 and thought they would give it to us, and this would be an interesting game to see how they made it. But they said that due to the virus that went around, that they were not going to be releasing it. And then, of course, in this remaster for Part 2, they've announced, hey, and even gave us a trailer of, we're actually going to finish this Grounded 2 documentary. We're going to show you all the footage we took and what it was like. And it looks really interesting because they're going to dive into deciding Joel's fate and how they went about deciding that. And they're going to dive into the crunch that the developers had to undergo. And they're going to dive into how the fans received the game, the backlash, and the attacks that came at Naughty Dog and the actors, but also all the praise and game awards. And so it looks like a really, really interesting documentary. And so I was really excited for it. Initially, it seemed like it was coming with the game, but then of course it didn't. And they just said, hey, we'll give you an update as to when we can release it. And we finally have that. And so the documentary is being released on February 2nd, that if you have the game, there'll be a patch where you can watch it in its full definition on your PlayStation 5. If you don't have the game, they're putting it up on YouTube like they did before. So don't be like, oh no, this is locked behind a paywall. It's not. That you'll be able to enjoy the documentary as well. And so I'm going to be reviewing that documentary for you guys when it releases and giving you some of my thoughts or takeaways. I think it'll be really interesting to see how this game was made, and will give us a different perspective that we haven't really been able to have before. And so I'm really looking forward to it. The second thing that's a big update is that they're updating skins for Ellie and Abby. Of course, if you were paying attention in the trailers, we've seen some skins that have never seen the light of day. The most egregious one and obvious one is Ellie's original outfit from the first game, and a lot of people were like, hey, where is these skins? And they're coming in an update. So it is multiple skins, so we don't really know how many we're getting, but we are getting multiple, and that Ellie one is going to be included. There was another like wolf jacket one that Abby had. I assume the Kill Bill outfit will be a part of it as well, but they're releasing skins for this, which got me curious personally, because I was like, oh, if they're doing an update for skins, are they going to do more updates for that no return mode in general? And so that comes to our third point and third update on this game. So Naughty Dog has stated that they have no additional plans on releasing updates, but, and this is the huge thing, that they're watching fan reception and they're taking notice of what fans are saying about No Return specifically, and that they are toying with the idea of releasing updates, which is really interesting and exciting for me. I've heard lots on the internet how people would love if they gave characters voice acting and animations, if they gave more guns and weapons, if they were able to add an online multiplayer experience to this, and that's probably the biggest one that people are voicing the most. And also adding characters from part 1 like Bill, like Sam, like Henry. Like, it would be cool to play as those characters as well. And so apparently Naughty Dog is actually listening, that they're sitting back and letting us be able to give our feedback, and that they might actually do something about it. And that gets me incredibly excited, not only to think about the different characters, different skins, different weapons we could have, but mostly that online mode that most people are talking about and wishing was there. It would say, hey, this would hook me in even deeper if there was some form of online aspect to this no return mode, it could be a ton of fun. And so it seems like there's actual potential that we might get that, and that is incredibly exciting. It would make me return to no return more and more often, and to imagine them releasing an update or a patch like that gets me pumped, gives me a glimmer of hope in the downer that was the loss of Factions 2. That to think we could get some online for part 2 is incredibly exciting. But with that being said, I want to know what you guys think, so head down to the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts. Are you excited for the Grounded 2 documentary? Are you looking forward to seeing the behind the scenes? Are you excited to get some different skins for Ellie and Abby? And do you think that Naughty Dog will actually listen to the fans and bring in some form of online aspect to No Return? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Like, comment, subscribe, all that junk, and I will see you guys in the next one.